to Life is a Treasure podcast. This is episode 91, Feeling Like a Failure. I decided to record this podcast in recognition and honor of Mental Health Awareness Month, May. And this is 2022, but this episode can apply to any time. So as I titled this episode, Feeling Like a Failure, I just was reminiscing back to the time in my life, 2013, when I found myself alone. I had recently been through a divorce of a marriage of 15 years with 2 children. They were teenagers, so they went through the divorce. My son moved to another state when he was 15. Then I was a single mom, went back to work, had multiple streams of income just to try to keep the house going, a roof over our head for me and my daughter, food on the table, all the things she needed for high school. And, so I was just like, for those years, I was just struggling through the divorce, and then my children, my son leaving, and then my daughter quickly graduating from high school and moving to California, very far away. I wouldn't be able to see either of my children. Here I am, alone, feeling like a failure. I just, my marriage crumbled. Went through a horrible divorce. The kids went through it. Then they both left. They're in California, and I'm just in the house by myself. Now I have to sell the home. I have all their belongings, all of our items for living overseas for 8 years in Indonesia, and it's just overwhelmed is an understatement of how I felt at that time in my life. I was so stressed. I was so overwhelmed. I was so sick and underweight that I was in chronic pain. There was absolutely no medical solution that would work. No medication would work anymore. And every time we tried something new, it was more money, which was more debt, which put me deeper in the pit. And I was at the bottom of the pit. And I felt like I had no way out. I was barely surviving. I felt like I was dead inside because my soul was crushed. My heart was broken, and I did not know what to do. I felt like there were so many decisions that had to be made, and for this one time in my life now, after all those years, I'm alone. I'm forced to have to do things that I didn't want to do, and I had to get up. I had to get up and make a decision that I was going to be the only one who could make those changes happen. And, I just want to go back to when I felt like I am a failure. No wonder they all left me. And those were the lies that I believed, because truth is light. Lies is darkness. And believe you me, I was in the dark. And it's not funny. It was extremely sad, extremely depressing. I was sick and tired of being sick and tired, basically. But here's the thing. The hard truth is no one was coming to save me. No one was coming to rescue me. They're busy trying to save their own selves and rescue their own life and children and marriages, okay? I had to open my eyes and see that all the ideas that could happen in the future, I had to start believing in myself in order for me to have a better future. So did I feel like a failure? Yes, I felt like a failure in 1,000 ways. I'm sure you know them. If this is how you feel too, we have the same thoughts, and I'm sure you're saying all the same things I was thinking if you're in this situation. And the reason I wanted to record this podcast is because if you are feeling overwhelmed, you can overcome overwhelm. I promise you, because I did it. You can overcome the stress, divorce, the chronic pain. You can. I'm living proof of that. That you can heal and your soul can finally have peace. Because our mind, and here's the mental health of this, our mental health can be unhealthy, basically. And when our mental health is unhealthy, our physical health is going to be unhealthy as well. And that's what I'm describing. My physical health was so bad that it was affecting my physical health. So what did I do? I have so many people ask me this. What did you do? What did you do? Basically, one breath at a time. One step at a time. I had to sit down, make a plan. And here's where I want you to, if you're going to take action to get yourself out of a pit and you want to start believing the truth and you want to see and feel light and life again and love, and you want to see the treasures in life that are sometimes right in front of our faces, but we miss them because we're in the dark, you can set yourself free by doing these things to help yourself. Because no one's going to come rescue you. But I'm here to help you. I'm here to put a light in that dark pit and say, hey, I've been down there. Give me your hand. Come on, I'm going to help you get out. And the first thing I want you to do is to clear your mind. Get outside in the open field. Go somewhere in a park, somewhere where you just feel the expanse of the world around you. Get grounded. And I want you to just recognize where you are and do not judge, do not blame. Take responsibility and acceptance for 50% of whatever's yours. I had to work through that because the blame was projected on me for the divorce and I felt I had to carry 100%. I did not, and no one has to have 100% of anything in your life. You don't have to take 100% responsibility. So a divorce takes two. Yes, some person could be totally at fault and you have no fault. We're not going to get into that. The thing is, that's what keeps us stuck in anything, in forgiveness, anything in our life. It's about being able to say, I accept my responsibility in this. I don't care what they do or they say. I'm only taking my 50%. It's all I'm responsible for, and that's what I'm going to deal with. And let the rest go. Accept that and say, yes, I have guilt from it, but I'm going to forgive myself right here, right now. I'm going to let myself off the hook because I want to have a better future. I don't want to be here. I don't want to stay here. Keep doing the same things over and over every day and keep staying in this pit, and it just gets worse because people get dumping stuff on top of me because I'm just pathetic. And so, I want you to sit in the expanse, grounded somewhere, and just feel visions that come to you. And I want you to feel hopeful because there is hope. You can find it inside of yourself. It's there. And when you look to the future, you can have hope. That's what we can hope for. It's all we have to hope for is the future. Let go of the regrets in the past and the pain, but look to the future. Look up. Look for the rainbow after that storm. Because you know what? Your reality can become peace with yourself. And when you have peace with yourself, you can have peace with others. And others cannot steal your peace. They cannot steal your joy because your mindset can be renewed. You can work on your mental health. You can change those negative thoughts. You can stop believing the lies and choose to believe the truth and see the treasures. Maybe they're your children right there in front of you who feel like a burden and overwhelming and stressing you out. Mom, I know. I had 2 kids, 14 months apart. It was a lot. But treasure that. My kids are 30 and 29 now, and it went by so fast. But I want you to imagine, where do you want to be in the year 2030? That is 8 years from now, y'all. Because from 2013, from that place of desperation and hopelessness, I was able to transform my life in 9 years to have peace with myself, that wherever I go, I'm at home because I'm with myself and I have a healed heart, and I try to renew my mind and my thoughts every single day and check on them. Are they healthy? What am I listening to? What am I reading? What am I watching on TV? What YouTube, whatever. Like, that affects our mental health. But it starts with our mental health. If we can see and vision where we want to be, then we're able to believe it. And then we can start taking the action steps one day at a time. So we make a plan. Like for me, it was, okay, I want to sell my house, but I was overwhelmed because I had stuff everywhere. Okay, number one, I had a garage sale. Number two, I cleared out the attic and had the garage sale. Number two, whatever I didn't sell, I donated. And then I put my house on the market. I made plans for, okay, when my house sells, what am I going to do? And so, but it's overwhelming when we think we have to make all the decisions at one time, and we don't. One decision at a time. Maybe find therapy. I definitely recommend therapy for healing, for working through your feelings, because you are not a failure. Your feelings are Your feelings are making you feel like a failure, but failure is not a person. Failure is a feeling. And so I want to just encourage you that if you do take one day at a time, one step at a time, one breath at a time, you will move closer to the vision and the destination and the goal that you want for your life. Where do you want to be in 9, 10 years, 8 years, when we start 2030? I think we all will have 2020 ingrained in our lives for the rest of our lives. 2030, we don't know what it's going to bring. But where do you see yourself in 2030? I want you to send me your ideas, your vision. I would love to hear them. I'd love to see what your future is going to look like if you take these action steps, to make it happen. I hope that this has encouraged you in some way. If you are feeling like a failure, always remember and tell yourself, I am not a failure. My feelings make me feel like a failure, and I feel like a failure, but I am not a failure. And I can change that word, and you put a word in place. I am a warrior. I am a believer. I am powerful. I can do this. I can do strong things. For me, my motto was stay strong. And after I sold my house, I got the tattoo "Stay Strong" on my right arm, on my wrist area, because on my other arm I have the tattoo in honor of my baby I aborted, Joshua David. So the next very painful part of my life was what I'm talking about and sharing right now. And I have that tattooed on my hand, my arm. I'll never forget that. I never want to forget that. Through the storms in my life, I want to stay strong. You, my sisters, my brothers listening, I want you to stay strong. I want you to reach for the truth. Ask yourself the truth. I want you to get rid of the lies. Get yourself out of the darkness. The darkness brings you to death, and the light brings you to life. And I want you to treasure the life that you have, the little treasures in your life. And until next time, sending you all peace, love, and joy.